How's it going, everybody? Happy Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, happy whatever doesn't offend you, happy holidays. I just wanted to let you guys know, talk to you guys a little bit about kind of my final thoughts of 2017 and kind of where I want to go in 2018. But before I get into that, I do have an unboxing. It just so happened that today I got a box, and this is from Lionel Racing. And I want to note, I am not sponsored by Lionel Racing. I mean, if Lionel Racing wants to see me do some unboxings, go ahead and shoot me a message and I can definitely help with that. But so the car I got today, right here, Allen Day's number 23 Earth Water Toyota. See here? See if it gets close. Yeah, it gets a little blurry. Let's see if I can adjust this. Probably not, let's be fair. Nope. No, I don't blame you. So, the thing about there is pretty clear. But yeah, so Allen Day, I am aware you have liked quite a few of my posts on Instagram. And so as my way of saying thanks, I got your first car that you ran at Sonoma this year. So Allen Day, if you are watching this, here, actually I'll go ahead and I'll take it out of its box. So Allen Day, if you are watching this, thank you so much for the support, and I wish you nothing but the best as you continue your racing out in Europe. So if you go here, take this bad boy out. There we go. I did use a knife, by the way. Fun fact. When opening this box, I just unboxed, or I cut it at offset, but that doesn't matter. So here's the car in question. Small spoiler, Earth Water. Here's the top. Yeah, let's see here. I love it's not black, it's more like a gray kind of, what do you want to call it? It's like carbon fiber, I believe is the term. Because it's not black, but then you have like the stripes here down the side. Yeah, we got the rookie stripes on the back, of course. But yeah, I would probably give this car 4 stars out of 5. Definitely a great looking car for sure. Yeah. No, I'd give it a 5. Forget it. No, definitely a 5. This is not like an official like review or anything like that. This is kind of like my first reaction or something like that. So yeah, this is a beautiful car. And again, Allen Day, congrats on all your success in 2017. And I hope it continues on in 2018. So now, why have I not been making any videos since the Thanksgiving video 1 month ago? So, I want to talk to you about that. I want to talk about what's going on, why I have not been posting, what's going on, Griff Dog. So, what's happening is work. Lots of work. And I'm not talking about working on One More Spark 1987. I'm talking about other jobs. There was a point where I worked 4 jobs, right? I did recently just quit one of them because it just got, well, overwhelming. But let me just kind of give you guys an idea of what my schedule has been for the past, I would say, few months. So, Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. until roughly 4 p.m., I work at a bank as a data entry specialist. I take addresses, names, what have you, and I go ahead and I type it into a computer. Pretty simple stuff, right? So that's job number 1. Job number 2, which is the one I recently quit, was a retail facility where I was just in the back room unboxing goods and objects and things of value, and I put them on shelves so that consumers can buy them. But I recently quit that job because 1, it's been overwhelming, and 2, I only worked that job once a week, so it was hardly anything anyway. So it was not worth it to me to work that. It gives me a little bit more freedom. Job number 3 is the one I've mentioned a couple of times, where I work at the news station. I still do that, and I've been doing more training, like training other people how to run audio and how to make sure to run a good show, a good news show. I do that on weekends. So as a time limit, for example, Saturdays it's like from 4 until 11, and then on Sundays it's from 3 until about 11 or 12, depending on what shows are on at the time. So, and then job number 4 is this, YouTube. Now, for the longest time, I haven't really considered this to be a job, if you will. I consider it more as like a passion, a hobby, but I mean, money is still involved, surprisingly. So that's why I do consider it a job. So on nights when I do have free time, that is when I work on like this video or One More Spark or whatever content that you see now. I'll talk a little bit more about One More Spark later in this video, but point is I haven't had as much time working on One More Spark just because of those other jobs. I still work out just so I stay in shape, and then it just gets overwhelming sometimes. There's just a lot going on, and there are just times where I just want to go away and I just want to say no. I just want to say forget it. I don't want to work on anything and I just want to rest. So mind you, I work roughly 50 hours a week. That is not YouTube. Now don't get me wrong, I'm still going with YouTube. I mean, heck, you see this video and I'm still working on One More Spark, but it's just tough because you guys haven't seen anything yet out of it. But trust me, I'm totally working on that still. But as I said, it gets overwhelming, it gets to be a lot, and I do apologize for not having as much content out there. So I hope you guys could forgive me for that. So I just want to kind of maybe talk right now, just get into just kind of 2017, kind of like what have I learned, what's been going on, and what have you. So 2017 has definitely been a learning year. I really haven't interacted much with people this year. The only real people I interact with is coworkers, and they're great. They're great people to talk to, but like in terms of like actual socializing and hanging out with other people, I hardly did that at all this year. It's sort of okay because like I'm focusing more on myself, but I also know that you need like that socialness. That's not a right word. I need to be more social. It can get long. Like the days can get long, it can get tiring, and it can get overwhelming. And it just gets to a point where it's like I don't feel accomplished, if you know what I mean. Like I work all this time and sometimes it's like the reward is not there, if that makes sense. But let me just change the subject here. So even though like it's not there, I know there's light at the end of the tunnel. Because thanks to you guys, because of your support and all the advertisements that you see on my video, I am happy to say that I have successfully, or not I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to pay off my first student loan in full. And I'm super relieved about that because I think it's like, it doesn't matter. Point is, it's going to be paid off here soon. And I have you guys to thank because when you guys watch the advertisements, then I get a little bit of revenue and that goes into the student loans. So thank you guys so much for that. I greatly appreciate that. And it's helped out a ton. And it just sucks because it's like at the beginning of the year, I had like Griff Talks and a bunch of Inner Talks at Three Shores and like the 10 Winners Challenge and all this content going on. And then the second half of the year, it kind of just fizzled out, if you will. And so I think I've told it a couple of times, but I just want to say it again. The reason why I am doing this is because I'm trying to build kind of like a pot, if you will, so that once I have enough stability, if you will, I am going to upgrade my equipment. I'm going to get some like legit lights. I'm going to get a new laptop. I'm going to get some soundproof foam, and I'm going to go all out with this channel. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen immediately. I'm not going to like do it like in the next couple of weeks or something like that. I can't say. I can't say when. I can't give you guys a time frame because I just simply don't know. Because, I mean, I have an idea in mind, but I'm worried, like, if I get into a car crash or if my car's engine dies. Because, I mean, right now it's, -5 degrees. So it's a little cool. So, but I don't know. There are definitely, like, I'm trying to save, I'm trying to build, but there's circumstances that are out of my league that I just wouldn't be able to be prepared for. So, the point is, I am doing these other jobs so that I can get a little stability for me. So then once I'm ready, I want to go all out with it. And as I mentioned in the Thanksgiving video, I want to bring back Griff Talks. I want to bring back and do more Inner 2003 content. I want to bring back the Diecast of the Week. And one thing I really want to do, so you guys know like charity live streams. I know like Markiplier does a few of those and what have you. I want to do a live stream like that where I go on for like all day or something like that, and the donation would either go to like a foundation like the Martin Truex Foundation, the Jimmy Johnson Foundation, or I'm just throwing it out there as an idea, like whatever money comes my way, it goes to support like a low-funded team like Premium Motorsports or MBM Motorsports or something like that. And it's not like a sponsor, just something just to kind of help them, you know, get through the day, you know? Something just to help them out, get through the day and, I don't know, pay off some bills or what have you. Just something so that they can get a little more competitive with the big guys that are well funded by, oh, like Storehouse Racing and what have you. Even like Matt Benedetto. Like, I want to help him out because I know, like, on the social realm, he is such a force to deal with, and it sucks that he is in such a low-funded team. So and remember how I mentioned on my Twitter, like, I want to give back as much as possible. That is one thing I eventually want to do. So, and then I guess one other thing I do want to mention too before I get into one more spark, just thinking about, because what was it? The first time I really kind of had my face in front of the camera was when I discussed like the end of What If Dale Earnhardt Was Still Alive, which the more I think about it, I'm really proud of just all the work I went into. I know there's, you know, those bad apples that comment those bad things. I just straight up ignore those. But anyway, that was the first time I really showed my face on there, and not gonna lie, I was nervous. I wasn't really, I guess, 100% ready to be in front of the camera, and I mean, honestly, I'm not really now, but I mean, I'm more comfortable, if you will. Like, I know I'm talking to a camera, but just the more I think about it and the more just getting just mentally into it, I'm more talking to you. It's just like a one-on-one conversation. That's kind of what it is. And so even though it's only a year in, I still have some work to go. I feel like I've improved a lot since like that, and then started on that Griff Talks show. So I definitely have worked a lot, if you will, on that. So anyway, talking about 2018, so as I mentioned before, I'm not gonna do anything like, no big like trailer or anything like magnificent like what I did last year. No, the first big thing will be One More Spark 1987. So let me just talk a little bit about that. I'm still gonna go and run with doing like all the races one day at a time, but you're gonna see 31 videos. 31. Yes. You're gonna see, and it's gonna be once a day. And so the reason it's 31 is because the first video will be kind of like an introduction, if you will, introducing the drivers, some fun facts, and then you'll see highlights of the Busch Clash and the Gatorade 125s. The second video then will be like the Busch Series introduction as well as IROC. You'll kind of get an introduction to that world, kind of understand some of the characters, like the drivers, get to know them, and then you'll see the highlights of that Busch race. The third video then will be the Daytona 500, and that, as I said before, is in full, which is true, and you'll see that in full. Then the fourth video and then on forward will be like the highlights. And the way how it's gonna go down is, let's just say if the Cup guys had an off week and the Busch guys raced, I'll show that highlight video, but then it'll be connected with, let's just say like Charlotte, when Busch and Cup are together, that Busch video or highlight clip will go with that Busch race and that Cup race. So it'll be like a three-parter, if you will. So because of that, some of the lengths will be various. Like some videos where it's just the Cup guys, it'll be, I would say, roughly 5 minutes. But then if there'll be times where like, you'll get a situation like that, it'll be kind of like 15, maybe 20 minutes. Not too sure yet because I haven't put that together, but that's roughly where that is gonna go. So right now, kind of where I am standing, if you will, in terms of all the stuff that's completed. So, I'm sorry, let me back up a second. Hold on, how do I want to word this? I can't give a release date because I don't know when it'll be released. I still have quite a bit of work to go, and just with my other jobs and what have you, I can't put like a set date yet on when those videos will start rolling out. But just to give you an idea of how much I've completed, the Cup and Bush seasons are complete in full. In terms of stuff that was recorded on Fraps, everything is recorded except for the last 2 Cup races, as well as the Bush Clash, the Duels, and the Winston. I'm gonna do something a little special for the Winston, and of course you'll see that when it comes out. Let me think, what else? And then I gotta go ahead and make the graphics. I then need to add like the sound effects, and then I also need to add like my commentary as well. And I don't want to shorten anything, because I know you guys are saying like, oh, that's too much, you're putting way too much effort into this. But here's the thing, like despite all this work and all this time taken away from me, I still believe in quality. Quality is still #1 in my opinion, and that is why I am not shortening anything. And so yeah, I know the time is still a ways away, but once the product comes out, it is something that not just you guys will enjoy, but I will have satisfaction with as well. Because again, I don't want to half-ass anything. So, and then I guess on that note, in terms of just rest of 2018, I guess it's just more like not a guessing game. What I'm planning to do is I eventually will go full-time with this. My hope is to get enough support to get me through full-time, and I can do this as a living. That is my hope, that is my goal. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I guess my initial thinking is May, but that could potentially change. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm going. But of course, on the off time, I have been kind of doing my homework and kind of practicing, if you will, because you know, Ernie Irvin. That's the driver of this car, not Arnie Irvin, Ernie Irvin. I have to earn the name because his name is Ernie Irvin. Better? Worse? Who knows? So I think that is all I have to say about this year. Yeah, it's just I'm in a not. I mean, it's okay situation because like financially I'm able to improve, but it can get a lot. It can get a lot. It can be overwhelming sometimes. So if you guys are wondering why I haven't been as active on social media, now you know. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. This will be the final video of 2017. Thank you guys so much again for your patience and your support. You will know on social media when the One More Spark 1987 will come out, and that will be the next video that'll come out from this channel. No more updates. It is almost done, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to work hard to make sure that gets done so that I could have some relief. So, okay, so that'll do it here. Hope you guys have a fun and safe rest of 2017, and let's start 2018 off with a bang. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.